Hey everybody. So look, this has been all over the news, but it's definitely something that we should talk about. Travis Scott, you guys probably know him, very popular modern rap star right now, father of two with Kylie Jenner. He held a concert that unfortunately led to the death of at least 8 people that we know of so far, and reports of hundreds injured because of this massive crush of fans that rushed the stage. The massive pressure of people trying to see the stage caused people inside not to be able to breathe. It's incredibly tragic, and it's left so many people, especially the families, devastated. Here's how the headliner, Travis Scott, responded. He says he's just too distraught to continue to play shows.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time.
Sadly, this is not the first time something like this has happened. Tragedies like the one Friday night at the Astroworld Music Festival have been happening for a long time. In 1979, 11 people died at a Who concert in Ohio. In 1989, a similar human crush happened at a soccer stadium in England, which led to 100 people dying. Also, just recently in 2015, at the Hajj pilgrimage, over 2,400 people died in a similar crowd crush event. Let's take a look at how somebody can actually die like this. This is terrible. They're often squeezed to the point that they can't get any oxygen. I mean, people's bodies can get so compacted together that they literally cannot breathe. That's why we saw teenagers dying from cardiac arrest. It's not only because they're getting trampled. The force from the surge has reported to be so powerful that it could bend steel. And it actually comes from both of the two separate forces, from the people at the front of the crowd trying to escape the crush, and the people in the back of the crowd not realizing what they're doing, pushing forward. And it gets worse when people fall, because a pileup happens, and then you can even get pressure of people falling on you in a line. Let's take a look at what this nurse said about the experience of being caught in the Astroworld crush. I've seen people die. Nothing could have prepared me for what I witnessed last night. I was about to tell my boyfriend to tell my son that I loved him because I really thought that I was not going to see him again. And before I could say anything, I fainted. The deaths, of course, can be from just suffocating, but sometimes even from inhaling what comes out of other people. An inquiry into a crowd rush at a soccer match in England had witnesses describing it as survivors described being gradually compressed, unable to move, their heads locked between arms and shoulders, faces gasping in panic, the report said. They were aware that people were dying and they were helpless to save themselves. Now, why did this even happen at Astroworld? Many attendees say that people rushed the stage after a countdown came on the screen at the stage. There were reports that were never confirmed of someone trying to inject people with drugs. That's unlikely. And there's the more obvious one that the event was just not prepared for this massive surge of people in place, and they just did not have the protocols to stop it. There were many reports of inadequate security and emergency staffing. The festival was put on by Live Nation, and there is already a lawsuit for $1 million in damages against Live Nation, Drake, and Travis Scott. It'll be interesting to see who gets blamed, but it's sad that this has even happened at all. I mean, we all love going to events. We love taking our kids to see things around big crowds. There's state fairs, there's national parks, and of course concerts that I'd like to see. But people need to make sure that they are safe and that we don't cause something like this to ever happen again, because it's so tragic and unnecessary. 8 teenagers died because there was just not enough emphasis on safety. The Houston police chief said that there was enough officers on hand under normal circumstances. Travis Scott has already offered to refund all the attendees and is not performing his upcoming show in Vegas. So let me know. Would you let your child go to a Travis Scott concert in the future? I want to hear your thoughts, so make sure you leave them in the comments and we can have a great conversation about safety. See you all in the next video.